Read several of Kerry's books and tried to get a feel for how she is interpreting things. I was aware that Kerry was into detail, and I was going to try and match that on screen as much as possible. Bryony's mansion set has to match the location, which is the National Trust house, but people actually live in the house and they can't change it. So we've got to accept that basically the house as it is on the outside. We've designed the sets to match the layout of the house. Our sets are probably a little bit bigger to allow for a little bit more camera movement, etc. Designed them all with colours and with the personality of the character in mind too. Bryony wouldn't come and live in Victorian house as it was at that time. She would sort of bring her influences from Paris and London, where she sort of spent those last 10 years of her life. 1928 in Australia, of course, is a fair bit behind the rest of the world. So you'll find that, like even today, people are living in Victorian houses and Edwardian houses. So there's all that to build on for a 1928 period. There's probably very little 1928 look or products around at that stage in Australia.
Red cordial and apple juice.
That's probably one of the nicest things about the show, and the challenge for us, because every episode has got a different flavour about it. We've gone back to Chinatown and tried to recreate early sections of that in the eastern markets, from the docks to the mansions to the back lanes, and a lot of colour and change of environments. It's not a documentary, it's an entertainment series, and we can afford to be slightly theatrical. It certainly is a team thing. There's no way you could do it without it. I'm the lucky one. I get to draw it and give them lists and things like that and a few plans, and they all go off and find wonderful things. This is the first production that I've actually worked on where eBay has played a big part of my life. And while I'm working my drawing board on the next set, I'll have them come up to me and say, look, this is what I've come up with. The set dressing and decoration and the detail that location-wise, and make sure that everything's right. A lot of actually those things which look like they've been there forever, actually in fact we've created. You don't realise exactly how much goes into the actual prop side of it. Every episode it's got special props. Martin, the props guy, he had to find a music box because in the storyline they get poisoned by the fumes. But it's finding those sort of things or adapting something, or sometimes we draw something up and we get a props maker to actually make things from scratch. Bryony's luggage when she first arrived, we thought it could be Louis Vuitton style in that period, very expensive luggage. Those particular trunks were $20,000 each. So I got my props maker to make it with selected fabrics, and we just made all the trunks and boxes up ourselves, and they look like $1 million.
He's hit the milk truck here and then driven over the bollard here.
We've got special covers that we put over electric light fittings and meters and things like barrels, and we go up to a modern lane and cover all the roller doors and all those sort of things with fences, signs, whatever we need to make it look right, you know.